many a time I find myself surrounded by fears like fear of failure, fear of society. So sir, I want to ask, how can I get rid from all my fears, and also throw some light how to develop a strong willpower?
What's your name?
Anubhav Rastogi.
Sit down. Anubhav, willpower is rubbish. You do not need willpower. Willpower is a useless medicine for a non-existent disease. Remember this, willpower is a useless medicine for a non-existent disease. What do you want to overcome through willpower? What is it that you want to overcome through willpower? There is nothing to be overcome. You want to ask a question, you get up and ask a question, what is the use of willpower in this? But you require a lot of willpower. You'll say, sir, we do require willpower. You require willpower only because you are living in illusions. I can very certainly tell you that at this moment I do not require any willpower to speak to you. What is right, what is natural, is being done. What is the role of willpower in all this? But we make matters complicated for ourselves. What do? We first let imaginary fears encircle us. And then we fight those fears using willpower. Have you heard a story of these two friends who had a lot of willpower? So they were standing at a place. And one of them said, I want to buy some land and start farming. The other one said, I too will do the same. It's a good idea. You will buy land, and I too will buy land adjacent to you. The first one says, good, that's such a nice thing that the two of us will still be together. Our fields will be alongside each other. The first one said, yeah, that sounds so nice, but don't you allow your animals to come into my field? Because if you will have farms, you're also going to have some pets. Don't allow them to wander into my fields. The first one said, yes, that must not happen. But you see, animals are animals. How long can one control them? Sometimes it may happen that one cow or one buffalo or one goat may accidentally stray into your fields. This first one says, no. Even accidentally that should not happen. I don't like this. The first one says, yeah, even I don't want that, but you see, I can't guarantee it can happen. So this one says, all right, what do we do then? He said, you see, this is my field. This is my field. And he makes a small field on the ground using his big toe. This is my field. And this is your field. And the boundary is clear. Now, why must your animal come into my side? He says, but friend, you don't understand. You see, this is the field, yes. This is the animal, and he makes a dot on the field. This is the animal, yes. Now see, this animal is going to your field. He says, what can be done? The animal is animal. He says, if your animal will come here, I'll kill it. He says, but the animal has already gone. Can you kill it? He takes 2 deep breaths. 2 deep breaths. And he says, now your buffalo is going to be slaughtered. And he kills the buffalo. And then the two of them obviously fight each other, hit each other, fists, and mud and dirt and blood and torn clothes. And then the magistrate asks them, what were you doing? He said he killed an animal. This one said, I didn't want to kill. The magistrate says, I know you. You are not a violent man at all. How could you kill an animal? He said, it was very, very difficult for me to kill that animal. Extremely difficult. But I generated a lot of willpower and killed it. So magistrate asks the policeman, where is the animal? Which field? He says, that we will think about. Right now there is no field and no animal. There is only willpower. Then what is being killed? What are you killing using your willpower? What are you overcoming? There is nothing to overcome. Where is the animal that you are killing? You got up to speak and I bet you are afraid, right? And you said that. I don't have to bet. What are you afraid of?
Failures.
What is the failure that can happen here?
It's not about asking questions, about my future, my near future. What will happen if I will fail in achieving my goals?
What is the barrier in asking the question?
So I don't think that there is any barrier. I only gained a little courage.
Why did you have to gain courage in asking the question? Acha, tell me, would you require courage if these people are not here? Then what will you do?
I will directly approach you and ask.
You'll just come over and ask the question, right? You won't even wait that let 1 hour of Samvaad get over, then I'll ask the question. The inference is obvious. There is some pressure that you are experiencing upon your mind from these people. And you are using willpower to counter that pressure, right? All right. How many of you sitting over here are exerting pressure upon him? No, wait. How many of you sitting over here are interested in exerting pressure upon him so that he doesn't ask a question? How many of you did that in the last 1 hour? Send some pressure towards him. Don't ask a question. How many of you did that? Now look at the fun of all this. There is no pressure, yet willpower is being used to counter pressure. When nobody is putting any pressure upon you, what are you using your willpower for? Understand this. You are fighting an imaginary enemy. There is no enemy. You are fighting an imaginary enemy. There is no enemy. We had begun by saying that willpower is a useless medicine for a non-existent disease. The pressure does not exist. Why are you experiencing it? Where is the pressure? Is the pressure real or is the pressure imaginary?
It's purely imaginary.
So is there any need for willpower then?
No, sir.
But we all need willpower. And there are so many gurus around who will tell you how to wake your willpower up. Willpower. For what? For what? Using willpower is like trying to buy a tank to shoot a bird which is not there at all. First of all, you are buying a whole tank to do what? Shoot a little bird which is not there at all. How profitable is this trade? But we feel so proud. You know, I have a lot of willpower. The more willpower you have, next time you meet somebody of that kind, make sure you understand this. The more willpower you have, the more stupid you are. Only stupid people need willpower. Fear itself is imaginary. What is the use of summoning willpower? Sit. You said that want to talk about overcoming fear. Fear is there only when the mind feels the danger of something being taken away. Right now, the fear, the imaginary fear, was that my reputation will be taken away. Do you understand this? Why are you afraid in asking something in front of 100 people? You fear that something will be taken away. What will be taken away? Image. My image will be destroyed, it will be taken away. What if I don't care for reputation? What if I say that I know myself and it doesn't matter to me what others think of me? Will I still be afraid? Will I still be afraid? If I know that whatever is precious and real and valuable cannot be given to me by others, it is entirely mine. When others don't give it to me, how can they take it away? Will I still be afraid? You depend on others for your reputation. That is why you are afraid of others. The more you will bother about reputation, the more afraid you will be. The more you will depend upon others for your self-image, self-concept, the more you will live in fear. And of course, it's a useless fear. Are you getting this? Are you sure you are understanding this? Fear is the thought of losing something. If you don't take anything, how can you lose it? Reputation you take from others, obviously you can lose it. When you realize that the most precious gifts that I have, and you don't only realize, you are grateful for it. When you are grateful that I have the gift of understanding, that I am alive, then you say that something valuable is already and always there with me. Nobody has given it to me. It is mine. Who can take it away? I am fearless. I am fearless. I am enjoying. And this enjoyment cannot be taken away. As I speak to you, if I depend upon you for your approval or for your applause, then I am bound to be afraid. But as I speak, this speaking itself is sufficient for me. It is a joy in itself. So you cannot take away anything. There is nothing that you can take away from me. So I'm not afraid. And the exciting thing is, when I'm not afraid, then I'm really related to you. Because I'm not dependent on you, hence there is a real relationship. And when you are dependent, then the relationship is always off. When you are dependent on somebody, then the relationship will always be off. Fear, obviously. And why fear? One of you has to answer. Yes, why fear? When you are dependent on somebody, the relationship will always be of fear. Why?
Take it.
You are dependent upon him, he can go away. He can refuse any day, any time to give you what he is giving. So you'll be afraid. There can be no love. Are you getting it? Don't be dependent. Not on your friends, not on your family, not on the entire world. Not on situations, not on circumstances, not on time. Be complete within yourself, and then there will be no fear. The more you are dependent, the more afraid you will be. The more you collect, the more you accumulate from others, the more will be the thought that all this can The greater your accumulations are, the greater will be your fear, because everything has come from outside and all this accumulation can be. So even when you have something, don't be attached to it. Rest silently, peacefully in your own splendor, in your own richness. Who can take it away? Nobody gave it to you. Who can take it away? Take away my life, but you cannot take that away. Kill me, but you still can't take that away. How can I be afraid? Getting it? Wherever there is fear, search for dependency. Look for dependency. You will find it. And the moment you find dependency, don't stop yourself from getting rid of it. The moment you find dependency, don't stop yourself from getting rid of it. Yes? All right.